On behalf of the creditor, I've been authorized to open bidding at $160,000. We're looking for $180,000. On behalf of the creditor, we're opening at $160,000. We're looking for $180,000. At this time, the beneficiaries placed a bid for $205,923. Anything over that amount will sell. We're at $205,923 to the beneficiary, looking for anything over that amount. At $205,923 to the creditor, looking for any amount over that. $205,923 to the creditor. Give me 1 moment.
All right, you're welcome.
Yes. At $205,923 to the beneficiary going once. At $205,923 to the beneficiary going twice. At $205,923 to the beneficiary going twice. The time is currently 10:24 a.m.
2 weeks later.
We're at a beneficiary amount of $205,923. We will begin reviewing bidding on this property in 15 minutes.
They were talking. One point they asked her talking.
So that property will be cried again.
Saying
Ladies and gentlemen, my second item for sale is HH13, TS number 25-278619. For the property address of 5124 Farmers Bridge Road, Augusta Georgia 30815. I'll begin by reading the notice of sale document.
They just told, yeah, that's the one we were going to get.
Walked in and said, clearly, that team gonna be enough. Like, we only got 1 hour. When we should have 53 hours.
Wins.
Third one. Oh, is it? She had to like, walk through, she had to like, with the scope sitting over there. And the month goes to what?
The attorney is updating some information for that property, so I do need to.
Hey, Legacy Builders. Welcome to the property sale here for May 2025. We're taking a brief intermission because the attorney is actually updating some details right now regarding that last property listing. That last property listing was sold apparently to the beneficiaries of the estate, so no one actually bid on it. Just so you guys know, as you hear the amounts that are being bid on, these amounts are to own the property flat out. So it's a little different than a tax levy sale. During a tax levy sale, you're actually bidding to pay only the property taxes that the current owner owns, and then over that amount, so that now the property owner owes you. At that point, you have a year to give the property owners to pay you the amount that you paid for their property plus interest. If they cannot do that, then that property now, through some legalities, paperwork, becomes your property. So that's for a tax levy sale. Now, this is a property auction. What this means is there are homes that are probably either been foreclosed on, or an estate that has basically been foreclosed on, and the bank who loaned the money to somebody is wanting all of their money back, like right now. So they'll hold an auction here at the courthouse to receive all of their money. So the bank don't care really who buys this house. They just want their money up front. So these people who are bidding have deep pockets. If they're bidding for $160,000 or $260,000, that money is due immediately, like today. And they are now the property owner, period, of this house. All right, so that's just to give you a little explanation of what's going on, the difference between a tax levy sale and a property auction. Let's see if she started again. All these people are just waiting for her to begin. They're all interested in purchasing these homes that are either foreclosed on or just simply for sale, whether it's a HUD property, etc. Looks like they're still waiting to hear back from the attorney. Hey. Welcome to Legacy Builders. We are at a property auction for the month of May here in downtown Augusta, Georgia. Oftentimes, every location, a city municipal area is going to have a courthouse auction on the first Tuesday of every month. So if you did not know that, you know now. A lot of times you get with like an investment group, or perhaps your pockets are just long and you come down to these sales, you can get a good deal if the home is priced properly and there's no one else bidding against you. Also, sometimes it may cost a bit more, but you don't have to worry about the legalities of the down payment and the closing costs, etc. You just bid the amount for the property, and then that property is yours today, literally today. All right, so there are people that trickle in because it is outside of the courthouse. You're welcome to come pretty much throughout the sale, so you don't have to be exactly on time. You can tell who's been here for a while or who comes often. They have their chairs. Now, I've kind of moved out the way a bit just so you guys can see the scene, and so that now that I'm talking to you, I'm not disturbing anyone. So as you can see, there's a wide array of people, all ages, all ethnicities, that do come to auctions. If you don't know about your local county's auction, trust me, your county probably has one, and it's the first Tuesday of every month on the courthouse steps. Make your way there. Hey, 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 welcome to Legacy Builders. We are at a property auction. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel free to like by double tapping that screen and subscribe. Your girl has a goal of getting up to 1,000 subscribers by the end, I would say the end of this week, but it can happen by the end of this week, by the end of this month. We got to make it happen, y'all. There's so many things I want to show y'all. If this is your first time visiting the Legacy Builder, normally here we focus on home ownership and all that it entails, building multiple streams of income, contracting, and repair. If you guys haven't checked out the video from yesterday, we did one of those multiple stream of income videos, which was food cart. So we did Cinco de Mayo. We turned the normal hot dog cart that we have as a family operated business into a taco fiesta to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. So if you guys haven't seen that video, check it out. Check it out. We had fun. And y'all got a chance to see me in a different element because I love to have fun. But back to the real estate. This is fun too, actually, by the way. Just a little more quiet and a little more serious. So the young lady in the black, all black, and the bun is actually the, I don't know what you call it, orator, but she is the announcer for the auction. So maybe the auctioneer. Currently, however, she is doing deals on that iPad. So even though it appears that she's not actually doing anything at the moment, thankfully, because everything is electronic, you're able to handle a lot more literally on spot, probably than you were even 20 years ago. She's literally handling any auction submissions that are coming in through the website. And the website, I believe, is auctions.com. Auctions being plural, AUCTIONS.com. Now, also, just in case you guys have never visited that website, FYI, you can actually purchase something from that website every day. Also, it does show you where there are additional auctions that occur. Sometimes there are auctions that do occur on the premise of the properties. So not necessarily having to wait until the first Tuesday of the month. You can just find one of the auctions that are being listed on their website. It'll tell you what the address is and the time for that sale, and you just show up. Matter of fact, to be honest, that might be even a better idea because you probably have less people that show up at the addresses that have sales than actually show up at the courthouse. So all these people have showed up this morning for the public auction here at the courthouse in downtown Augusta, Georgia. This is a Richmond County auction sale. And so what that means is that these homes that are currently being auctioned out will all be within this county. So if you're currently, for example, not familiar with Richmond County, or if you are familiar with the CSRA and you're trying to get something from, let's say, Columbia County, or Evans or Appleton, Aiken, South Carolina, some of these other surrounding areas, this will not be, I will repeat, this will not be the courthouse that you would attend. You would actually find the courthouse for the county that you're wanting to auction at. This is only going to be homes that are able to be purchased within this county. All right, guys. So again, this is Richmond County, Augusta, Georgia. This is the property auction occurring every first Tuesday of the month on the courthouse steps. And we're just waiting for her to begin. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate your likes and your love. Tap that screen twice. Welcome, welcome. All right, so we've drawn a little crowd and they're patiently waiting. So there must be some good stuff on this list. I actually don't have the list with me. I believe the lists are all electronic. So even though I do see some people with some paperwork, most of it is from a home that they have previously researched prior to coming to the sale and are purposely wanting to bid only on that home. One of the huge benefits of these property auctions here at the courthouse that do occur every month, again, I want to reiterate, every month, because maybe you didn't know about it this month and so you have missed your courthouse sale that's literally happening right now in your county also. Well, plan to do it on the first Tuesday of June. Can somebody tell me in the comment section, when is the first Tuesday in June? When's the first Tuesday in June? Let me know in the comment section. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Down here at the courthouse, Richmond County Courthouse here in Augusta, Georgia, for the property auction. There was a brief intermission because the auctioneer is waiting for a response from the estate's attorney. Today really is a busy day down here at the courthouse. Probably like normal, they have a few people with certain trials and trial dates. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 y'all. If y'all are just tuning in, we are at a property auction here in Richmond County. The auctioneer is the lady there in black, all black with the top bun. Currently, she just did a listing that was awaiting verification from an attorney. Hey, how you doing? It's this way, ma'am. They got so many doors. How you doing today? Good, good. Yes, ma'am. Have a good day. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. So we are waiting for the auctioneer here. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. The Legacy Builders. We have a goal this week, okay? To get 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. Can we make that happen, y'all? I know we can. Yeah, I just really want to monetize the channel. There's so many things that I want to bring to the table here on the Legacy Builder. I'm so excited, but I know that in order to do what I really would like to do, I need to be getting some kind of compensation so that I can really make the channel better. I want to upgrade some equipment. I want to show you guys other places and be able to travel there in the CSRA and beyond, different states. You know, I am willing to take suggestions on different subject matter that you guys would like to see and hear. And subscribing is free. It's a free way that you can just support the channel so that we can grow bigger and do better and bigger things. Unfortunately, I guess, and fortunately, these property auctions do exist. It's always unfortunate when it's someone's estate, for whatever reason, they're losing their property to a bidder that is able to afford it. Everybody knows that purchasing a property is a huge achievement. And every person that has closed on a home knows that it's also a process. It's not something that comes easy for most of us. And so when we purchase a property and we close on something that we love, our intention is to keep it forever or until we're ready to sell it, right? But at these property auctions, generally speaking, that's not the scenario. So the property has been reclaimed by the bank for whatever reason. It could have been a foreclosure. It could have been, unfortunately, someone passing and there still being a mortgage left on the property. So that has caused the family of the property to not be able to keep up the mortgage or legally not be able to claim the property. And if that's the case, that bank is still gonna want, how y'all doing? That bank is still gonna want their money back. And by any means necessary, i.e. auctions, they will get their money back. Now, the good news with all that being said is that this gives an opportunity to a person that may have saved up some funds and really wants a property but may not have great credit or may not be able to go through a property claiming process the general way, because they don't have a typical job, so they don't have a W-2. Maybe they're self-employed like myself, or perhaps they just ran into some money because of an inheritance. Maybe they're part of an investment group. These are all reasons that someone could benefit greatly from just coming to a local auction and bidding out front on a property that literally you own, like today. You walk away from here and you own this property today. So that's one of the huge benefits of these property auctions. And all these patrons here are just waiting for the property auction to restart. Right now, she's waiting to hear some final details from one of the attorneys from a previous listing that was closed on. and everyone is kind of just relaxing and enjoying the wait. It is a beautiful day though. So it's a beautiful day here on the courthouse steps here in Augusta, Georgia. It's probably about 85, maybe about 85 degrees. The sun is shining, but there's a few little clouds. It's not yet lunchtime, so it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And I think that spring and summer season is definitely here. All right, y'all, she's starting now. All right, y'all, so this is to give you an idea. If you've never been to an auction, there are certain criteria that the auctioneer is going to read to give you the rights for the property, let you know the terms and conditions of the property in your bid, because after leaving and bidding, you own that property. We're going to tune in for one additional one today, let you see the process, and then we'll go from there.
Represents Lakeview Loan Servicing LLC, the holder of the security deed conveying real property known as 5124 Farmers Bridge Road, Augusta Georgia 30815. Our firm has been retained to initiate non-judicial foreclosure proceedings against the aforementioned property. Per OCGA 44-14-162.2, a copy of the notice of sale to be submitted to the publishers enclosed. The sale will be held on May 6th of 2025 at the Richmond County courthouse between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. The debt secured by said security deed has been and is hereby declared due and payable because of, among other consequences of default, failure to pay the indebtedness as provided for in the note and said security deed. Per OCGA 13-1-11, we are hereby notified that the provision of the or other
Appears to be talking through the auctioneer because they're trying to distract perhaps someone from hearing the details of the bid.
Hey man, how are you?
The purpose of this letter is to provide notice of the initiation of the exercise of
Staying out well.
we received a discharge of bankruptcy case that is personal liability for please be advised that this letter is still required for the purpose of State of Georgia County of Richmond, notice of sale of power
That's what you're looking for? Peach glass?
Mortgage Servicing LLC and the original principal amount of
Sounds pretty.
$163,316 dated April 29th of 2013 and recorded in Sequel 1391 Richmond County Records. Said security deed was cash transferred to Lakeview Loan Servicing LLC as accepted in the funds of Lakeview for page 7. Richmond County Records, the exercise will sell the price to the highest bidder for cash before the courthouse door in such county or at such other places lawfully designated within the legal hours of sale. The property in said security deed is within the city limits of Augusta, Georgia, and located 716.89 feet on the southeastern right-of-way of Farmers Bridge Road, and the more particularly described as Tract A, 10 acres, on a plat prepared for Edwin L. Bromley by H&C Surveying Inc., dated December 10th, 2011, recorded in the office of the clerk of the Superior Court of Richmond County, Georgia, in deed book 1348, page 2046. Reference being hereby made to said plat for a more complete and accurate description as to means bounds, courses, and location of said property. Said property being Farmers Bridge Road, Augusta, Georgia, 30815. To the best of the undersigned knowledge and earlier parties in possession of the property, George W. Evans, Jr., and John M. Evans, 4 tenants. The debt secured by said security deed has been and is hereby declared due and payable because of, among other personal there to pay the indebtedness as provided in the note and said security deed. The debt receiving in default this debt will be made for the purpose of receiving payment all expenses of sale and paying attorney's fees. Notice of intent to fund attorney's fees. Said property is sold subject to the following. 1, any outstanding outgoing taxes, including taxes which are due whether or not yet now due and payable. 2, the right of resemblance of any taxing authority. 3, any matters which might be handled by accurate survey and inspection of the property. And 4, any assessment of levies, ordinances, restrictions, covenants, and others of said sale will be conducted subject to the following. 1, confirmation that the sale is not prohibited under the bankruptcy code. And 2, final confirmation of audit of the status of the loan with the holder of the security deed. The name, address, and telephone number of the individual or entity who has full authority to negotiate, amend, and modify all terms of the mortgage is as follows. Loan Care LLC, 3637 Centaur Way, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23452. -4262, phone number 1-800-274-6600. Note that pursuant to OCGA 44-14-1.2, the individual or entity is not required by law to negotiate, amend, or modify the law. This law is actually the debt collector attempting to collect the information obtained may be Lakeview Loan Servicing LLC as attorney-in-fact for George W. Evans Jr. and Don M. Evans. The Robertson and Schutz Ray and Partners PLLC at 13010 Morris Road, Suite 450 of Alpharetta, Georgia 30004. Phone number 470-321-7112. File firm number is 25-278619-DOP. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is item HH13, TS number 25-278619 with a property address 5124 Farmers Bridge Road, Augusta, Georgia 30815. On behalf of the creditor, on behalf of the beneficiary, have been authorized to open bidding at $131,547.36. We are looking for $140,000. We're at $134,547.36, looking for $140,000. Is your bidder number unregistered? Okay. So I have $140,000 to non-registered bidder number 1. We're at $140,000, looking for $141,000. I have $140,000 to non-registered bidder number 1, looking for $141,000. I have $140,000 to non-registered bidder number 1, looking for any advancement in the bid at this time. I have $140,000 to non-registered bidder number 1 going once. 141. Do you have your bidder number? Unregistered 2. Okay, so I'm at $141,000 and non-registered bidder number 2. We're looking for $142,000. Was $42,000 to non-reg 1, looking for $143. 143 to non-reg 2, looking for $144. 144 to non-reg 1, looking for $144. Non-reg 2 is in at $145, is it at $146? 146 to non-reg 1, is it at $147? We're $147,000 and non-reg 2, we're looking for $148. 148 to non-reg 1, would you like $149? We're looking for $150, you want $150? I have $150,000 and non-registered bidder number 1, looking for $151. Non-reg 2, is that for $151, looking for $153? 152 to non-reg 1, looking for $153. $164,000 in non-reg 1, looking for 165. 166? Would you like 167? I'm looking for 168. Non-reg has it for 168. Would you like 169? 170? Okay. I'm at 169,000 and non-registered bidder number 2, looking for any advancement in the bid at this time. I'm currently at, you have it. I'm at 169,000 and non-registered bidder number 2, looking for 170,000. I have 169,000 and non-reg 2, looking for any advancement in the bid. I have 169,000 and non-registered bidder number 2 going once. 169,000 and non-registered bidder number 2 going twice. Of 169,000 and non-registered 2 final call. Sold subject to receipt of funds in the winning amount of $169,000 to winning bidder non-registered bidder number 2 at a time of 10:58. Congrats on your sale.
All right, guys. So if you are just tuning in, we have just witnessed a sale here at the property auction at your local courthouse every first Tuesday of the month. Okay, this is how it's done. Now, if you don't think your county has a property auction, you're wrong. Almost all of the municipal buildings, cities, and districts have one. It's going to be the first Tuesday of every month. Okay. Now, a difference between a property auction and a tax levy sale is the property auction means you own that property before you leave this courthouse steps. That man just purchased that property. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed witnessing the property sale. Auction.com, check it out. You don't have to technically wait until the first Tuesday. Sorry, y'all, somebody's calling me. You don't technically have to wait until the first Tuesday of every month to purchase a home. Auction.com. All right, y'all, on the Legacy Builders, if you guys have tuned in and stayed here this long, go ahead, like and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Take care.